Vreau să dau așa un moto sugerat de colegul meu de la fan clubul Reușitelor Românești, Claudiu Cobilanski, a zis astăzi: știința ne învinge. Asta este rubrica în care vom prezenta microbiologia și mai întâi să vă zicem că avem acest microscop de la muzeu de aici din Arad. Îi mulțumim domnului Petrișor pentru acest obiect. El vine de la secția de restaurare. Nu este un microscop de la biologie, să zicem. Deci nu mărește foarte, foarte mult, dar cu toate astea am cules de aici din parc cu Gabi niște polen de brad. Și dacă vreți să vă uitați să vedeți acest polen de brad, se recunoaște că are un fel de structură din asta tripartită. Practic are o formă așa ca un fel de triunghi mai mic. 3 bile din asta compun granulele astea de polen. O să vă prezentăm și niște mici filmulețe care majoritatea se găsesc pe YouTube. Unul din ele este din anii 80 și m-am gândit că e foarte bine să vedem cum era tratată problema lumii invizibile vii la începutul anilor 80 într-un film din ăsta de educație.
The secrets of the cell. For the first 300 years, progress was slow. The inner workings of cells were simply too small to be studied critically. But with improvement in optics, coupled with the development of the electron microscope, the cell began to yield its secrets. No mysterious protoplasm here, but rather an incredibly complex, highly organized, and tightly controlled chemical factory. It's a story of mind-stretching discoveries and surprises. And it's a story which must start with the simplest cells found on the Earth today, bacteria. On a timeline beginning with the origin of the Earth at approximately 4.6 billion years ago and extending to the present, the ancient fossils are found here. These earliest known life forms were similar in structure to certain bacteria found today, living in hot springs. Oxygen produced by prokaryotes must have been poisonous to organisms which evolved in the previously oxygen-free world. However, for those able to adapt, there was a substantial benefit, a better way to get energy from food molecules, using oxygen. But symbiotic relationships can be broken as well as made. If the symbiotic theory is correct, then we might look for nucleated cells able to live without their chloroplasts. The evidence is no further than the nearest roadside scum-covered pond.
Acum un mic documentar despre bacteriile care cresc pe telefoanele mobile.
Crezi și pe Android? Da. Să vedem.
You may may only see fingerprints, but unless you're disinfecting it regularly, chances are microscopic bacteria cells are thriving on your cell. In fact, we found these phones are a breeding ground for germs.
Hey Frank, how you doing?
Between the talking and the texting, our cell phones get handled a lot, and we take them just about everywhere. Do you worry about what's on it?
Not really, considering there are probably more things on the average door handle.
True, anything we touch has the potential to pick up germs, but when it comes to cell phones, few people bother to wipe them off, even when they look like this. Do you ever clean your phone?
Once.
Assuming college students are probably too busy to clean their phones, we hit the UNM campus. Nice sample here. We swabbed 10 phones, turned the samples into SED labs, and let them grow cultures.
Do you want the most disgusting first, or what would you like to start with?
The things we found, well, let's just say they aren't words you could easily text. Diphtheroids, streptococcus, staphylococcus. Sound familiar?
I heard staph in the word, and I know that's not good.
Basically, they're bacteria commonly found in our skin and in our mouths, so it's not surprising that they end up on the phone. But it's not something that makes you want to share your phone with a stranger, and yet we do it.
Can I use it real quick? Yes. My call cannot be completed as dialed.
Fortunately, I wasn't sick that day, but it's something you should consider when handing over your cell.
Especially if people have a herpes outbreak or herpes lesions on their lips. That's how it's passed, is by person to person.
The good news, you can drown away your phone's germs in alcohol.
And it's perfect, as you can see there. Mine has nothing on it.
There's nothing growing on this. It's completely void of bacteria.
Since then, I've taught friends to clean their phones.
As soon as you told me, I cleaned it right away. Maybe a good 4 times that day.
But others are harder to convince.
Here's a person that you should probably talk to, and we won't mention any weatherman's name.
Steve Stucker claims this is from hairspray. Well, his phone had more bacteria than any other we tested.
Hello?
An easy way to keep your phone clean is to use an antibacterial wipe or do what I did and use rubbing alcohol. And by the way, we also ran a check on Steve's earpiece. Now that many people are using those to comply with the city's cell phone bans, that tested out much cleaner than the phone. Back to you.